this box right here requires a bit of explanation. So a few months ago, there was a sale on Gamestop's website where they were promoting Black Series figures. I think the sale was, some of them were like a couple dollars off or something, or if you bought two, you got 1.5 off or something. I don't remember exactly what the sale was, but I bought two figures. I bought the Beskar Mandalorian, and then I also bought Zuckuss. So my Beskar Mandalorian I've had for months now. Zuckuss has been stuck in limbo. Apparently they didn't have any stock of him, which is crazy to me because Zuckuss is a GameStop exclusive, so I don't know why they wouldn't have any stock. But then again, Zuckuss has been off store shelves for a while, so I guess that kind of makes sense. A few days ago, though, I got a charge on my credit card that was $15.99. Now, I'm thinking, of course, why would GameStop charge me? I didn't do any business with them. Then I remembered, oh, I had this order. Maybe this is Zuckuss. So I get this package today, and it's from GameStop Corporation, and I think it is Zuckuss. So we're gonna open this up together and see if it actually is Zuckuss, or if it's just like an IOU that says, "Hey, we owe you a Zuckuss" at some point in time. So, I gotta give credit to GameStop's packaging though, and it is. Wow. This is Zuckuss. Okay, good. I was about 9% worried that this wasn't going to be Zuckuss. Really, the only reason I got Zuckuss, I'm not a huge fan of this character, but the only reason I got him was because he was like one of the only figures on there that wasn't up for only pre-order, and GameStop takes forever to ship pre-orders of figures. He was one of the only ones that were actually in stock, so I ordered him from GameStop.com. So, yay, he's finally here. I'm happy. Also, I went to Walmart after I got off of work today, and I was looking just randomly around. I hadn't been to Walmart in a while. I found this Office Space game, which was on clearance for $5. Has anybody here ever seen Office Space? I mean, the movie is amazing. I've never seen this game before. I've never played it before, but I am excited to. Okay, by the time this video goes live, the giveaway will be over, and hopefully the grand prize winner will have received this very copy of the Avengers on 4K. I am doing a 4K subscriber giveaway, and since I hit 4,000 subscribers and the 4K format is a thing, I decided, hey, why not redeem some Disney movie reward points and give away one of my favorite films, and also one of my favorite 4K transfers. So, grand prize winner, if you're watching this, I don't know who you are, because at this point the giveaway has not taken place yet, but if you are watching right now, leave a comment and tell me how much you enjoy the 4K transfer of The Avengers. Only problem is, it's kind of already open, and this shrink wrap is not exactly the best. I'm kind of afraid that this might get opened like in transit when I ship it out to the winner. So I'm thinking about maybe I'll open it just to get the shrink wrap off of it, and maybe I'll throw in a extra code in there, like something that I'm not using, like, I don't know, maybe a code for like the Purge or something, a free digital code into this one that I'm just not using, and one that I have said I'm gonna give away on Twitter, but I just keep forgetting to do so, so maybe I'll open this up. So I just went through like a 20-minute ordeal. It's about 12:30 at night right now. I've been on my own throughout tonight. I Skyped with Hope because one of the people that works in my area tested positive for the pandemic virus that's going around, and I am deciding to get myself tested tomorrow just in case. I don't think I have it. I'm pretty sure I'm fine. Trying to get this damn light to work that Hope's mom got me for Christmas. See, I noticed earlier on this week that whenever I tried to use this remote for it, it was not as bright as it normally would be. And whenever I would try to change it to like a yellow color down here, it would just stay red or look like it shut off. And I thought that my Google Chromecast remote, because sometimes when I hit the power button for this, or I hit the volume up button, funny enough, I guess the signals are similar, because sometimes whenever I hit the power button or the power or the volume button, the light turns on. Like I said, I guess the signals are similar, that the light perceives it as me hitting this remote. So I thought that my Google Chromecast remote did something to the light. I don't really know what I was thinking, that the signals got messed up permanently or something. But then I remembered that this light has two options to power it. You can either power it through micro USB, which is what I'm doing now, or you can put 3 AA batteries in the bottom of it and power it wirelessly. I had batteries in it, and I thought, for just a brief second, why don't I try the micro USB cable? And sure enough, it works just fine. Let's change it to red. That's the color I like it as when I have the Death Star on here. That's the color I like it to have. Now that is sexy right there. Awesome. You'll notice too, I had to move Jabba on this side of the shelf because the cable is not as long. And I like this cable because I assume it won't transmit any data. For any micro USB cable I have, I like it to transmit data because my Xbox One controllers are micro USB. I can plug them into my computer, use them for computer controllers if I ever need them to. So I assume this is just a flimsy little power-only cable. So most of you probably don't understand what that means, and most of you probably don't care. The gist of this segment is I'm kind of stupid after midnight because I was legitimately looking on eBay to buy a whole new light base because I thought that my stupid Chromecast remote had messed it up. I replaced the battery in the remote too because I bought like a 8-pack of lithium-ion 3-volt batteries today at Ollie's because my clicker for my garage in my car, that battery's been dead for like a year. And I've just been slowly limping it along, and it's a 3-volt, so I'm like, I'll just get an 8-pack for like $3. So I replaced the battery in here, which I guess I didn't need to do, but that's okay. The bottom of it does kind of slide out though. I should probably tape that shut. Alright, so the HMR is done. Got it recorded. Haven't edited it yet, obviously, but the research is still up. Hanging out with my R2D2 Squishmallow. And this piece of pie that's left over from last night. And I'm getting ready to unwind a little bit with a couple episodes of Kicking It. Because I like watching old... Well, not old. This show is... It's not really that old by conventional standards. I mean, I grew up when I was in my early teens watching this show, and I like watching the older, I don't know why I said older again, I like watching the like kid shows from my generation or the early teen shows from my youth, and Kicking It is actually a pretty decently written show. Jason Earls, the guy that plays the sensei in it, is the best performance and the best character in it because he's absolutely hilarious. And yeah, I am watching Once Upon a Time because I like the show. Hope got me into it, and it's pretty good so far. So if you haven't watched either Kicking It or Once Upon a Time, you definitely should check them out. So I got me some Beast Burger for dinner. It was awesome. If you guys haven't had it, it's amazing. I got the Chris style tonight. That's the one with fries on the burger. Oh, so good. So good. Rebel actually tried to run off when I opened the door to greet the Postmates person, so that was fun, wrangling him back in the house. But I forgot to show you guys these. I went to a couple of discount stores, couple meaning Ollie's and Half Price Books. Half Price Books, I guess, isn't really technically a discount store. It's mainly more of a used retailer, but I wanted to show you guys these because these are some pretty awesome pickups. This was from Ollie's, this Batman. They call it the Bat Noir, the Long Halloween. This is the Long Halloween, but in black and white, which I had heard that this set was popping up at Ollie's. I had never seen it prior to me picking it up. This is, what's the retail price on this? This is $49.99 US, $50.52 with tax. I got it for $8.99, which is astounding because you don't see that kind of stuff, or at least this kind of stuff, go on sale like that, especially not at big box retailers like Barnes & Noble. So there was no way I was missing out on this. I have the Long Halloween in trade paperback form. I plan on reading it before the Batman 2022 comes out. These over here were from Half Price Books. This was the coolest find over there. This is the Art of Avengers Endgame. And the, let me see, does this have a retail price on it anywhere? Oh, it's on the bottom. Okay. $50 once again for this. This was on sale for $7.99. Not kidding you. I wish I still had the price tag to put on it, but that is so cool. I've been wanting this for a while. Avengers Endgame is one of my absolute favorite films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I flipped through this book. It is amazing. I love it. These two are two films I already have, but Rogue One Steelbook, hadn't seen it pop up anywhere for a decent price, used, since it was on store shelves in Best Buy. That's cool. Discs are all there. Then this was the coolest find of the day, I think, other than that. This is a UK copy of Solo on Blu-ray. You can tell it's UK because of the ratings on it and everything. I don't know how this wound up in half-price books, well, let alone how this wound up in the country, actually. You can import Blu-rays from the UK and such, but I know it's not really all that cheap because of, you know, shipping costs and all that. But although I'd imagine this wouldn't be that expensive because it's just a Blu-ray and they don't weigh that much, but I know it's not exactly the cheapest or the easiest endeavor to import Blu-rays from the United Kingdom. I've never done it myself, but from a couple of people I've talked to, it's not really all that easy. But I don't know how this wound up in the United States, let alone in my little old half-price books by my house. So this is definitely the coolest find of the day. Third copy of Solo, second copy of Rogue One. Both of those are going to get covered on home media reviews and supplementals, so they're a future investment. I can probably make my money back for those. For the case for the Batman Noir set, you definitely have got to check out Ollie's. If you haven't been to Ollie's and you're a comics fan and you love trade paperbacks and huge sets like this for crazy low prices, check out Ollie's. They're not sponsoring this video. I wish that they would, but they're not. Definitely check them out. And hey, half-price books. I've talked about them multiple times throughout my channel. You've seen me go to my local one. They're amazing. I don't always find stuff like this. This was just a really good find, but definitely go check often because you never know what's going to wind up in a store like half-price books, like a giant $50 art book for $7, or a foreign copy of a movie on Blu-ray. Also, Ollie's. You don't know when a $50 black and white trade paperback is going to show up. And this is actually a hardback, I should say, because it's a hardback cover here. So you never know when a comic hardback is going to show up.
Nothing but the blood of Jesus for my cleansing this heart.
As I'm sitting here at this light, I just realized that I had never actually spoken about the whole Wall Street, GameStop, AMC stock thing that's been going on here in recent weeks. At least not on this vlog. I've talked about it on Twitter and such, but I think it's hilarious. I think it's one of the most hilarious news stories that I've seen in a long time. And coming from last year, where no news stories were funny, well, some of them were, but a lot of them were very bad. This year, starting off with a bunch of hedge funds and Wall Street fat cats getting screwed out of billions of dollars, that's hilarious to me, because essentially what those Wall Street brokers and such were doing, brokers not the right term, I don't think it's hedge funds, hedge funders, I guess you could say, watching them lose billions of dollars because they are betting against the success of places like GameStop, places like AMC. I think it's funny. And it just goes to show you that the concept of free markets and free market trading, that doesn't exist in America, at least not to a full extent. Because you saw when these Redditors went after GameStop and AMC, they made bank. And the apps like Robinhood were pissed at this, and they stopped trading on GameStop, stopped trading on AMC, because they didn't want their corporate overlords from Wall Street to lose money. They're all in bed with each other. The media, Robinhood, these Wall Street brokers, they're all in bed with each other. It sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory. I probably sound like a nut job right now, but they all are in bed with each other, because they want to protect the elite. They don't want common folks like me betting and getting rich off of stocks like these. They didn't want what happened on Reddit and what happened these last few weeks to happen. That was their worst nightmare, and it came to fruition because people are pissed off. People are pissed at the elites, and they should be, because the elites are jackasses. Okay, so you know I don't like talking about politics on my vlogs. Well, I just did in the previous clip that I just shot like 5 minutes ago, but this has got to be discussed because this is just so stupid, okay? I'm listening to the Matt Walsh show right now. Matt Walsh over at Daily Wire. Great show. Love it. Hey, Matt, if you ever see this video, Arby's is not better than Chick-fil-A, and I will fight you on that. He's talking about this whole thing with climate czar John Kerry, about how he's trying to defend himself using a private jet while he's also yelling at people for driving cars and polluting the environment, but he gets to use a private jet. I don't understand that philosophy. I really don't. If you care that much about the environment, you wouldn't be using a private jet, you idiot. I'm gonna do my best John Kerry here. Well, for what I need to do, I need to fly places, and I need a private jet to fly places so I can talk to people and rejoin the Paris Climate Accord, even though that's garbage and it doesn't actually do anything. I need to fly places to meet with people. Okay, Carrie, couldn't you just do a Zoom meeting? Like a lot of people in America these days have had to do since, you know, March of last year. Coming up on a year of 15 days to flatten the curve. It's been a year, y'all. Close to a year, at least. John, I don't get that. I don't get that philosophy. I don't get that. Why do you need to fly to places, to meet with people, when you can just, I don't know, send them a quick text, send them an email? If you've ever wondered what my school looks like, it's a lot of quizzes. It's a lot of reading the textbook for certain classes. I don't have a textbook open right now. But mostly it's a lot of quizzes and a couple of labs. I get to work on virtual machines. It's fun. And it's a lot of me having random YouTube videos up in the background. Shout out to Nintendo. If you guys haven't subscribed to him, it's a good retro gaming YouTuber. Doesn't upload all that often, but when he does, it's always high quality content. So this is something that happens to me pretty much on a weekly, sometimes daily basis. I get really interested, so interested in fact that I like watch a bunch of videos on it, probably end up buying something that I don't really need, and then about a week later I get out of it, like I lose interest in it. That's what I'm doing right now with the Game Boy Advance. I have a Nintendo DS Lite that I bought on eBay a while back. I had the black model as a kid, so I decided to buy another one because I like it. And it's got Game Boy Advance backwards compatibility, so I can play Game Boy Advance games. And I don't know why, but this last week or so, I've been really into playing Game Boy Advance games on this DS. I have never thought to utilize that side of this little gaming box here. I just have never thought to actually do that, and it's been a lot of fun. Actually, I picked up this Incredible Hulk game developed by Ubisoft, which I played the first level of. That's pretty fun. And I have the Cars game on Game Boy Advance, which is not good. That's a terrible port of that game. It's like a weird isometric racer. It's gross. Don't ever play it. But I need it because of my complete Cars video game collection and all that stuff. But the coolest thing I got, which I actually bought tonight, is I was in Half Price Books and I found this. It's SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Complete in box. The box is not in the best condition, as you can probably tell. The lid is taped shut and it's kind of bent in there. One of the flaps is bent. But it does have everything in it. I can dump it out and show you. There's the manual. It's even got the little Nick Games guide, which is kind of cool. The manual is kind of undersized compared to like a DS manual. Come on, camera, focus up. Come on. Come on. Okay, it's just not going to focus, but that's what it looks like. The funny thing, though, about my DS Lite is the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot is finicky. Like, they have the carts themselves have to be finagled in at a very specific angle, or they do not work. Let me see if this will work on camera here. Okay, so that time it worked. It's in there fully right now, but the last few times I've tried to stick carts in here, they just refuse to work. They have to be in at a very specific angle or they won't work.
Stand by me. Come on, sing out. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky.
Guess how many Lego heads?
Too many.
Can you look at some of the Lego heads one? Alright, trick pose. If you can guess how many Lego heads in here, you win. Lego lovers giveaway.
And he knows he has to stay on the carpet because he has traction.
He's just laying down now. Get it, Rosie. Get it. Get it.
Rosie, you gotta get lower.
Get it. Show all your teeth. Show all your teeth. Show all your teeth there.
I found this video, Laura, when Bo was a puppy. When I say puppy, like, you know, he was still like this long.
I think it's Rosie.
But yeah. So he would stand over the top of her. Alright, so it looks like they're actually there. I'm gonna have a halftime show to fake people. Well, there's a handful. It's a family and friends, right?
No, just friends of the family.
Tom Brady doesn't have any commercials. Tom Brady doesn't have commercials.
Oh,
Face is on TV enough.
Tom Brady, no personality.
He was in a commercial.
God, those shots hurt like hell. I was in the allergist office to get allergy shots because I have bad allergies, and those shots hurt like, oh gosh, they hurt so terribly. I hate it every time I have to go in here, but I wake up the next morning without the sniffles, so that's nice. This weekend was fun. I had to do a brake job with my dad on my car because my brakes were bad, and now they're not bad anymore. They're nice and new, and it stops way better than it used to, so that's fun. I don't know how much longer this vlog is gonna go because of the fact that I'm returning to YouTube within the next couple of weeks. At least I'm planning on that. Probably not next week. I don't know. I want to return before the last week in February, but that's like 2 weeks. There's like, what, 3 weeks left in February? I don't even know. What is time, honestly? But within the next like 2 to 3 weeks, I'll be back uploading permanently. So remember how I said I was a little bit obsessed with the Game Boy Advance? Well, now I'm buying Game Boy Advance video carts. I've had this Fairly OddParents one for a while. This SpongeBob one just came in today. This is SpongeBob Volume 2. And I'm watching an episode on my Nintendo DS through Game Boy Advance backwards compatibility. This is insane to me. I would have killed to know that this existed when I was younger. Like, when I actually had the DS for the first time. Because I didn't know what this slot was. I didn't grow up with the Game Boy Advance. I didn't have any of these types of carts when I was younger. I didn't know that the DS was actually capable of playing full motion video. I had no idea. So, I would have killed to have something like this, but watching this now, this frame rate and quality is terrible. I think I read that these carts broadcast this signal at like 160p, so, and the frame rate is like, I don't know, 5 frames a second, which is insane compared to like 30 frames a second, that what I'm used to, or 24 frames a second. So out here showing my support for not sick children. If you guys know anything about Scott the Woz, every year he partners with the Pixel Empire to raise money for sick children through, I think it's St. Jude's Children's Hospital and a couple other charities. And he sells merchandise around the time of Christmas. So I bought me a shirt. I got another shirt. It's in the wash right now. I'll show it to you later. But I got just a standard Scott the Woz t-shirt because I support children being healthy and not sick. So, good guy me. The shirt's really cool.
Lando's in the couch. Buddy, stop. He's squishing it down so I can't get it.
He's trying to make it difficult for you.
Good morning.
Well, when we get it back, we have learned our lesson. Don't throw Apple TV controllers at people.
Actually, you learned your lesson so that you won't make me feel like I have to throw it at you.
Or maybe you just don't throw it at all.
Maybe you just don't make me feel like I have to throw it and defend myself.
Well, here is the current footage of Snowpocalypse, which is currently happening in the city of Louisville right now. I swear, whenever any kind of snow or like freezing rain or sleet or anything comes to this city, everybody instantly freaks out because most of us aren't used to big snows like this, and we are not well equipped. I am most definitely not well equipped for this. I mean, you saw, look at this. That is not melting. This was on my windshield this morning. It has not melted. It's like 26 degrees outside right now. I can't not swear. It's f***ing crazy right now. It's, Alright, so I've had a Nintendo Switch for a while now, but I don't have the dock set up anywhere. It's still in the box, actually. I was going to completely remove all of this stuff and then redo this whole setup here. I got the Switch, but that was a month ago, and I haven't done anything with it. As a matter of fact, I've just added more garbage to this area, so I think tonight is finally going to be the night that I strip this entire set and redo it entirely with the Switch dock added. I think the only thing I'm going to change, aside from the fact of removing everything and then finding new places for it, is I'm going to move the VCR DVD combo machine probably to the floor down here, because I don't need it on the setup. I need it to capture VHS footage, but I don't need it on the setup itself. So I think that's going to move, and I'm going to put the Switch dock here, move the Xbox over a little bit, and then just redo this entire thing because it is a mess right now. And alright, so this was everything that was on my TV stand. It's a lot, I know. I'm gonna probably put a lot of this stuff in my closet for storage because a lot of this is pops and just a lot of it's garbage, actually. Like this, I don't know why this is there. This is a travel size Colgate toothpaste. I don't know why that's there. And then I've got like a DS game case that I don't know why that's there. That's probably an old receipt that I should probably throw away. Or no, that's a movie ticket. That's when I went to see The Marksman. I can throw that away. Theron's not actually supposed to be in here. He should be in another room. But a lot of this stuff I'm probably going to move around. I want to redo that display. That display, it's fine. I redid it a while ago to add my Iron Man shrine up there, I guess you could call it, but I kind of want to redo it again. That display, though, I definitely want to redo because I haven't redone anything with that in a while, and I like to mess with my stuff a lot. That is fine. I'm not going to do anything with that. But this definitely needed to be redone. You can see it's a lot cleaner now. There's a Snickers bar sitting there that's probably bad now. And Butterfingers, that stuff can be thrown away. A Tootsie Roll. I don't know how this stuff winds up in my room. I really don't know. But I got my VCR and my DVD combo machine here. I'm going to take the lid off of it because I want to just look inside. I haven't looked in it in a while. Maybe clean the heads and like you're supposed to do if you own a VCR. If any of you were wondering what the inside of my VCR looks like, well, that's what it is. It's very boring, very stock standard. If you really think about it, though, the VCR in and of itself was a marvel of engineering for the time. I mean, this was impressive by, 80s and 90s standards. DVD player, on the other hand, looks good. I mean, it's not as complex as this. I mean, there's not as many moving parts in a DVD player. It's really all just big motherboard, a couple of chips, making sure everything runs correctly. But the VCR, man, I don't know. I'm kind of impressed with how this thing is put together, even though I just said it was boring. But I'm kind of impressed with how it's put together. I was going to clean the heads, but I don't have any alcohol. I don't have any, isopropyl alcohol to clean the heads with, and I can't use water or peroxide or anything like that. So I'm going to just get some tomorrow and clean the heads then. But I can finally take this off. I need to clean up down here, make sure everything is put away. That's not a real gun, in case YouTube tries to ding me. Not a real gun. Has an orange tip on it. Although I would like to have a real gun like this. 1911. Nicely designed pistol. Never shot one, but I have held one before, and it's very nice. So yeah, cleaning process continues. Okay, so this area beside the TV stand has been completely cleaned. Mostly. There's the bin that was sitting over there. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I'll clear out space in there and put it in there. I don't even know what's in it. I need to check what's in it. But the plan right now is I was just originally going to put this on the floor, but it is a little bit big. So I think what I'm going to do is my sound bar I got for Christmas this year, there's a subwoofer that's with it. So I'm going to put it on the floor over there and then put my my VCR combo machine on top of it. And it has been done. Look at that. Look at all this dust and crap that was on top of this. I'm going to have to dust over here. Definitely for sure. But look at this. It kind of works. This is definitely, this is not as big as I thought it was going to be. So this kind of sits at an awkward angle on here. It does wobble just ever so much. I'm a little bit, oh, there we go. Well, that's more stable than it was before. No more wobble. Okay, I might keep it like that then. I am a little bit scared of the fact that it's so much bigger than the actual subwoofer and it could fall over. I tried putting the subwoofer on top of the VCR. It's too heavy. I just don't think it would work. It's way too heavy and would probably make this thing die a lot quicker than it's currently on the road to. But yeah, this will be the current setup right now. I want this here because I still have VHS footage to capture to get converted and put on my media server for my future children. I don't want to retire this thing just yet, so probably by the end of this year I'll put this thing in the closet. The funny part is I have another VCR in my closet that still works, it just doesn't rewind as well, but this one is starting to not rewind as well either. So I might just dump this one and grab the other one and put it out here because it's smaller, it doesn't have a DVD in it, so, or a DVD player in it. But right now this is how it will live. You can see the dust on the screen flying around here. I've got to dust a little bit and then make sure that I've got my switch set up right there. So progress. See, I got the Animal Crossing edition of the Switch, and I'm just like astounded at how small this thing is. I mean, I'd seen a Switch dock previously. My brother has a Switch, so I'd seen how small it is, but I mean, compared to how big that VCR was, I mean, this is going to add so much space to this entire stand. I mean, wow. In all honesty, I really could have just kept the VCR up here and then put the Switch dock on top of it, honestly. Which, that doesn't sound like such a bad idea, actually. But this is, wow. I mean, it's so small. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, I know the whole, like, the power is in the console itself, but man, I'm astounded by that dock. Okay, so I think I'm liking how this is coming together. So I've got my Xbox, I moved it over to the middle, and I put my dock on top of the Xbox. We following here? And then I've got my Genesis Classic and my SNES Classic on either side. I like this setup. Originally I was just going to keep the Xbox on the side, put the dock there, and then the SNES and the Genesis on those sides. But then I was like, no. Ideas are forming. Since the dock is so small, and nothing covers the Xbox fan, perfect, right? I think this is great. I really do. These are just kind of here for placeholders, because I just want to see how it would look with my Jedi Fallen Order figures around the Xbox. Since I beat the game on the system, I would like to have the figures near it. I think, though, the Genesis HDMI and power comes along from this side, so I might have to move Purge Trooper over a little bit. SNES, that might have to move over a little bit. But other than that, I'm really liking how this is setting up. I will have to get an HDMI splitter, though. Or an HDMI switcher, I should say. A splitter and a switcher are two different things. People confuse those terms all the time, just like I did. So I will need to get an HDMI switcher, because my TV only has 3 HDMI ports, and one of them is being used for the Google Chromecast. I'm watching Retro Rick right now, and one of them is used for the Switch, one of them is used for the Xbox, so I'm going to need to get a splitter. Or switcher. See, I just messed it up. Alright guys, we are done for right now. I still need to hang the soundbar up on the wall. I bought a kit from Walmart today that will let me do that, but I don't have the energy for it tonight, unless I've got some homework to do. And yeah, I just don't want to tonight. So the setup is, this is pretty much how I want it. I'm gonna have to take it down whenever I decide to hang the soundbar. That is self-explanatory, but for now, this looks really good. It's, well, you could say it's less cluttered. There's not as much on here as there was before with the VCR and everything, but I really like how it's laid out. And once we move, you know, the Switch games and the Blu-rays there and a couple of this other miscellaneous stuff, it'll look more clean, but I like it right now. I really like how this turned out, actually. So I can sleep well at night knowing that this is finally the way I want it to be. Do you ever just get in weird moods where you watch like DIY videos of how to fix electronics? That's my life. Currently, I'm watching this how to build and repair a Nintendo DS. I don't know why. I guess because I've been playing my DS Lite a lot more, because I've been into Game Boy Advance stuff lately, and also because I have a 3DS, the Smash Brothers version, which I don't play that much, although I do very much like it. The 3DS is a very well-designed system. But I did want to show you that I cleaned out this bucket. This was actually my old laundry hamper when I was younger. When I was really young, actually, like in single digits. And now I've got a bunch of Wii accessories, my SNES Classic controllers, Sega Genesis Classic controllers, GameCube controllers, just a bunch of stuff for the consoles up here. So that's cool. And then here's a bag of Oreos that I think only has like one cookie left in it. I don't know why that's there, but it's going to stay there for now. You cannot tell me that doing this is not the most satisfying thing to do. Ah, it's so good. Don't mind me, I've just been spending the last hour thawing out my vehicle because we got an ice storm. Yay, that's great.
Ew, I look awful in this lighting. I look like Moira Rose. Okay, here we go, here we go. Hey, y'all.
It's Valentine's Day.
Here's my Valentine's.
Valentine's.
Oh.
Moira, we bought that town as a joke. We bought that town as a joke. I'm trying to sell it.
I can't think of a line.
My ears just popped so much.
Oh, go see altitude. Are you vlogging?
Yes.
I thought you were taking a picture. Show him the view. There's a hair. I think I want to, can I get a dinky dink?
Maybe don't say that when we're live on the internet.
Why?
That's
I'm
weird.
of age. Look at all the caramel on it. I can't. Let's get a close up on this, okay? Oh wow, that's rich. That's rich. I can't get it on the. Let's get a that tastes like a chocolate egg, you know? Don't come in my cubicle. Get out now. I'll make you go around again.
No, you won't.
You're supposed to get in your own thing. That's the point of a swingy door.
Swingy door?
It is so cold.
You should do your TV reporter impression, since you look like one.
What did you say?
I said you should do your TV reporter impression.
Hello, this is Jennifer, and I'm reporting live here at the Cult House. And it is such a cold night, so unlock the car.
So we went to Target after we had our dinner, and we bought Stitch and Angel plushies. I paid for her Angel, and she paid for my Stitch. So we're basically goals.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she has this heated blanket that is like amazing.
It's the best investment I've made all year. Bed Bath & Beyond. 20% off, code HOPE. Just kidding. Non-spons, but I wish.
So I think you can tell it has snowed just a little bit more from my previous clip in this vlog. I didn't get any footage of me trying to shovel the driveway to get my car up the driveway because it got stuck around there. Tell where my finger's pointing, it got stuck around there and it wouldn't go up. So I don't know if I'm going to work tomorrow. It's about a 75% chance that I will be going because my car is front wheel drive and it should be able to make it up the hill over there. I live in the middle of two hills, so there's a hill that way and a hill that way. So if the road is terrible tomorrow morning, I'm screwed and can't go in. As of right now, they have not canceled. Which doesn't surprise me because originally the forecast was 6 to 10 inches and now we're barely going to get 5. Also, I went inside Half Price Books today. I had a doctor's appointment and I went in there after I was done because I didn't want to go into work. If my supervisor watches this, I definitely was trying to get there as quick as I could. I got AC/DC Live. I don't have this album. My goal is to one day own all the AC/DC albums physically. And then this DVD here, R2-D2 Beneath the Dome. This was on clearance for $1. It's like a R2-D2 parody, like little movie type thing. I don't think it's a movie. I think it's like a TV special or something. I'd never seen it before. It's not particularly rare. It's kind of uncommon. I've never actually seen it pop up anywhere at used DVD or Blu-ray stores. So I decided to pick it up for $1. It's cool. I think there was a bonus feature on like the episode 2 or 3 DVD that I saw that was advertising this, but I've never seen the full thing. You know, going back and looking at some of that older footage, it's so weird to me because now I'm in May, currently is when this is being recorded, and it's sunny out, it's almost 80, it's actually almost 90 degrees, and I'm looking at footage of me, you know, clearing ice off my car, and I'm like, wow, that was this year. How about that? What do you think about that, Bucky? If this rabbit named Bucky confuses you, well, you haven't seen the vlog where Hope and I go to Indianapolis. That will make sense in this cinematic universe of vlogs. So when this video is over, be sure to check that one out because it's a very good one and it features this guy right here. Other than that though, guys, I want to thank you all very much for watching part 2 of what I was doing while I was dead 3. Part 3 will be coming out in probably another month or so, whenever I decide to get it done. Thank you all so very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.